basically what this passage is talking about is the fact that no matter what we are doing at any moment of time in our life, we are connected eternally to the mind of God. So God is always in us. There's this voice that's always calling us to be our higher self, our better version, or our best version of self. And essentially, when we align with that voice and we stop feeling small, when we stop feeling afraid of what we are, when we stop trying to soothe ourselves with the distractions of separation and answer the call to become one with our mission, our journey, what we're here to do, that's when healing happens. That's when basically time and space collapse within the miracle-minded state. So what do I mean by this? Basically, what I mean is that miracles, or the way that the Course in Miracles explains it, is that miracles are everyday occurrences. We have just become asleep to the knowledge of them. And because we are not acting in God's will or in alignment with God's will in so many of the things we're doing, we're not going to perceive existence the way that it should be perceived in a fully healed mind. But again, the healing is just the distance that we need to travel to go home, essentially, to return to safety, to return to righteousness, to return to that childlike innocence. But it is a choice, and God or spirit or whatever you call it can only ever meet you halfway. It can only ever go to the halfway point, because the spirit of source didn't initiate the separation, didn't cause the separation. The separation was allowed through the vehicle of free will, because of course, if it's a choice of a child, if it's a choice for a mind to want to separate itself, it's not obligated to be obedient. There's still a mechanism of learning within the separation. But again, I know this is a little bit of a complex concept, but what you have to really realize is that you have the power 100% to bridge that gap. But it is a choice. You have to choose it with everything inside of yourself to want to move towards God and towards what He's calling you to do. And so how do you know what the correct voice is, or how do you understand the correct discernment? Well, it's very easy. Anything that is joyful, so very high vibrational, anything that brings you joy. And I'm not talking about pleasure, I'm talking about joy, bliss, joy, anything that is beautiful,